Excuse me, you're in the way of my success. Thank you.
Sorry. Your success.
COVID said, sorry, your success is important.
Because this is the last week and I had a Rice Krispie treat, I'm gonna do 12.
You had half. Half of a Rice Krispie.
So then don't do 12.
No, 12 it is.
You said
12.
10. I thought you'd be happy to hear 12.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna go with what you just said, 12. 12 is good.
I feel like I can't even breathe heavy.
You
They
can't
know
what?
I'm struggling. But do you know how much I'm struggling on the inside?
Well, externally, you don't look like you're struggling.
Thank
so.
you. That's the point.
Bench press last week.
I did, and last week, after personal training, we did the class on Saturday, and I went up to 95.
Okay, so we're gonna do 95 today.
Yeah. Is there something that we can switch this out? I walked a lot
This?
today. No, the same.
Oh.
My knee hurts. It wasn't
Yes.
like awful. I didn't like fall or anything. I just kind of like caught myself.
Let's do this for today.
How to be a bad bitch 101.
We're gonna do some bad bitch mobility. But anytime you have some type of injury, there's a few ways you can go about adjusting or modifying that exercise. Sometimes we go for an isometric exercise. So in the case of the single leg squat, we could have just simply went for a isometric squat where we're not actively moving through the joint that is injured. In this case, it was the knee joint. We could also back off of the load. We could have used like a TRX to help support with that movement, or go a little higher and not get as much range in the joint. Another option would be to opt in for some type of mobility exercise, which is what we did. We did a knee CARS, stands for controlled articular rotations. So the main goal there is to kind of crease the groove. So she had an acute injury walking up the stairs, and we're just trying to lay down some new foundation deep inside the joint to get all of those little intrinsic muscles to kind of fire. And the goal is to just back off of some of the impact or load that we're applying to the joint while still getting some good movement going. You'll go here. I want you to turn the foot out, go into knee flexion.
Okay.
Come back out, turn the foot in, go back into knee flexion. So we get a little bit of internal, external rotation of the knee.
Yeah.
So don't think about moving through the hip, right?
Because it hurts
We're just
here.
So this is just going to get some good blood flow going to the joint. That's it.
Cool.
Rotate, rotate. We'll do 5. Tuti, Erica's going to put her dump truck behind you, okay? And then try to keep the hip tucked in. Try not to open it up by the hip. You want me to do all the movement. We beat our ninjas. We got 6. Let's see if we can get 6 again.
Come on, Rice Krispie.
He could probably do like...
Don't fail me now.
Go 3, go 3. Yeah. Of course, we get that. Now you'll be surprised to know that Erica, when she first started doing pressing, she actually had like some 5-pound dumbbells to start. Not a lot of weight, that's about 10 pounds. Then we eventually moved to the barbell, which is 45 pounds. Now she's pushing over 100 pounds on her bench press. And that might sound like something that's super far-fetched. So a tip that I'm gonna give you is by utilizing the 4 rep range. And essentially what this means, let's say you're aiming for 10 to 14 reps of an exercise. You start with a specific weight at that 10 reps. You do that same weight for 11 reps, 12 reps, 13 reps, 14 reps. Each week you're adding on 1 to 2 reps. Once you reach the high end of your rep range, you then bump your weight up and dial those reps back. And then you just kind of rinse and repeat that over time. You can end up going into 8 to 12 rep range, a 4 to 8 rep range. So that way you're slowly building on the foundation that you have started with and gaining more strength and gains for total badassness.
Looking for the pads.
You need the pads?
I like it because I can actually keep
want
my
it?
feet. Yeah. I got stuck.
Come on, push.
No, I got stuck. I went too close. I need to stay here. Yeah.
Take a second. We're gonna get that last one.
Okay.
Come on. Push. Good. Who that bitch?
Me.
Yeah, man.
I wish I could do 6.
That's pretty heavy though. But wait, if I could shake. Real quick, Erica, when you're coming up, you shouldn't have to pull the shoulder blades back at the top, right?
Okay.
So when you're down here, you should already have that tightness in the upper back to where when you're standing up, it's just a lockout. You're like, I can feel it in the office. That was better. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, my boob. I am not lopsided. No, I did not just get one side done. I have a breast pump in. So while you're sitting there looking at it, now you know. Now I want to talk about the conventional deadlift. One thing that I mentioned while Erica was going through that deadlift is not pulling the shoulder blades back together when she was in that top position of her deadlift. This is really important. If we have that extra extension at the top, that means before we actually lifted the bar off the ground, we didn't have that tightness in our back. And we want to make sure that we're nice and locked out before we lift that bar from the ground and that it's not yanking us back. So there shouldn't be any adjustments at the top. We need to have a solid foundation before moving this heavy weight. Rows, 10 to 12. Lock out, Heather.
Hell yeah.
Thing. She's 10 pounds away from his waist, so she said she's gonna pick him up and throw him around.
Now I feel motivated.
Hips up a little bit, Erica.